For the first time ever, we are predicted to finish first place, above Celtic, above Rangers, and with even odds. No pressure, footy manager. We have made transfers, and I'm not going to mess around. We've simulated the start of the season. It's the first game of the Champions League. I'm going to go over the transfers. But before I do that, welcome to the 8th season. The 8th season is a lot of seasons, and I feel like that's correct. Of the Queen's Park Save, we will try and take them to the top of the Champions League. Please smash the like button if you're enjoying the series so far. Subscribe if you're new around here. And can we please smash whatever like target you can give me today on today's episode. So, since last time we saw each other, a bit of a hiccup happened. So, in terms of the financial realm, yes, I see now that we have £58 million. That is an awesome amount of money. But remember, last season, I told you I was going to go over transfers. Sorry, I apologise. But this is important for transfer knowledge. Remember, we had to take out that debt. And now we have repaid almost all of it. So that is awesome. But we were failing FFP for the UEFA Champions League for a long time. So I have a lot of money left in the transfer budget, but I didn't want to use it in case we ended up failing that and got knocked out of the Champions League or got a points deduction or something. So we didn't spend all of our money, but we bought a lot in. So, you know, it makes sense because we went through that pit and we spent a bunch of money on players on the never. But, you know, it's worked out pretty well. We've made a couple of okay signings, and of course we've sold some players too. So first of all, let's start with the sales. We sold Renato Sanchez at the end of the season, £7.5 million for a player. They only played about half of the games last year, so very happy to get a fee for him. In terms of signing at the end of last season, we brought in a man by the name of Carbajal or Luis. He's Mexican, so I'm not sure how to say it. I apologize. It might be Carbajal, but I'm going to call him Luis because I know how to say that word. I'm trying to train him as a cam, but he is definitely a left winger with very, very, very good stats. It almost makes me think maybe I should be playing formation with left wingers because he is actually that good. But he's not currently starting, as you can see. 2 appearances off the bench. But yeah, who knows whether or not he'll be becoming a first-team regular in the future. In terms of sales in the second half, well, you know, once the actual new season started, we got rid of Ian Hope. Gutted to see him go, but he didn't have the potential that we wanted him to have. Billy Dunn has gone out on loan once again. McIntosh is a youngster again who we had to sell because he just wasn't turning out to be good. Turnbull, after a pretty lackluster season last season in terms of, you know, especially starting games, we sold him for £4.6 million. Very happy to get that money for him. Fernando's value has gone down significantly. We're trying to loan him out one more time to try and salvage some money of the £3.6 million that we spent on him. But I think it was just a bad signing, and I'm going to lose money. We sold the Saudi Arabian right back because he wasn't happy at the club. Got a cool £12 million for that. Giardini, love this player, but he's gone for £20 million. He was okay last year. And he still had potential and ability, but he had a release clause of £20 million. And if I'm being honest, I thought that was an okay fee. Yes, we probably could have gotten a little bit more from him if we didn't have a release clause, but it is what it is, and he didn't want to re-sign. I'm not complaining that much. This right winger that we brought in a long time ago and loaned out for a couple of seasons has been sold to Celtic for £13 million. Very happy to get that kind of money. I don't think he's going to strengthen them to the point where they're going to beat us this season. Yeah, he's okay, but his potential was continuing to decrease, so happy to get some money from him. Leicester has gone out on loan, hopefully just one more season, and then we'll sell him to potentially break even with 8 mil. But with the amount of appearances he's making for Sunderland, who knows? The youngster that we brought in from Italy is out on loan at Kilmarnock, getting some experience in the Europa Conference League and in our division. Very good potential, very good current ability. I think he might end up being a world-class signing in the future. We sold Pajvot, who we lost a bit of money on. Always annoying, but £1 million was the risk we took, and we did not make any money on him. Eli has left the club as well on loan. Again, probably need to sell him, but hoping that we can get more than £3 million is what we spent on him. Next up, Sears has left the club for £24 million. He didn't want to leave, But I don't know. I just don't love him. And we had a lot of players at the end of last season, so he was one of the ones I decided to sell. £24 million. I will take the profit of what, £8 million. Can't complain. This is a sad one. Stuart McKinstry has left the club, and again, it is just we had a huge amount of squad depth. He wasn't going to be playing games. He wasn't even going to be on the bench, and I love him. But he had to go, £7.5 million, and he chose Sheffield Wednesday ahead of Premier League clubs he was getting bids for. But he's gone there, and he wasn't unhappy about it. He wasn't whinging. He was just like, yep, sweet, I'll move on with my career. We need to say goodbye to a club icon. He actually is on the club icon list. Trust me, I'll be keeping an eye on him, and I think he'll be coming back at some point in the save. But Stuart McKinstry, for now, thank you for your service. Look at all the service, man. He's been outrageous for seasons. But it's time for him to move on. £7.5 million. And Tyler Binden, again, was sold a player, Celtic, but I don't think he was that good. I mean, he's okay, but his stats aren't that outrageous. I don't know. He's a New Zealander as well. Like, come on, I would be really blowing smoke up him if I thought he was that good. He's not that good. £20 million, I'm happy to take. Free signing here as our first signing. A young left back who has good potential ability, goodish potential ability, but maybe not quite what I was wanting, but he was free. Next up, we brought in a right back from Brazil for £15 million, and I am going to train him to play as a central midfielder because I actually think that will be a hugely beneficial position for him. Look at his stats in that role. I also like him to be able to be a right back as well, but I think the versatility will be really handy, so I like what he brings to the table. Brought in 2 free signings here. First of all, Alex Lowry. Half of the reason we went for him is because, of course, he is a homegrown player, not at club, but by Rangers. So really good stats, good squad depth, and helps with the Champions League qualification, the registration is the word I'm looking for. Noni, Madueke has joined the club as well. Unfortunate that we're not using wingers at this current moment in time, but he's a good signing. 3-star current ability, comes in from a £33 million move to a Spanish side. Hasn't been that good for them, but he looks like he's got some good stats. Might be making some serious appearances this year, but not the only signing that we made. Of course, we brought in some youngsters, a £9 million Mexican player who plays centre-back, and looks like he has really tasty stats. I like what he brings to the table. I think he's a better centre-back than Bautista. I'm just realising he's not on the proper training, and that bothers me. So he's coming for just 9 mil. Can't complain about that. 5-star potential ability, hoping that stays once he turns 22. And last but not least, the biggest signing of the season, a £15 million move for this man. It is an Iranian 22-year-old from PSG. We have had our eye on him for a long time. He's just turned 22, so his ability has actually gone down. It was 5-star potential when we signed him, so it's a little gutting to see that, but I still back him to get better. He looks like a decent player, a deep line playmaker for sure, so exactly what we need is rotation for our man Farrell in the central midfield spot. But this is the tactic that we're going with, and I haven't clickbaited 5 at the back. I've just realised I have not I should have clickbaited that. No, I will clickbait that, and maybe I have clickbaited it. I don't know. This is the tactic that you wanted to know about. This is the tactic. So yeah, the tactic, because that's why you clicked on this video. I have no idea what I'm going to title this video. It might be about the 5 at the back. It's not been outrageous, but it's not been bad. You can see the preseason went okay. Not insane. We beat Rangers in our first game of the season with the fight back formation. So maybe it is good against certain teams, but like we dominated them, and we normally don't dominate against Rangers, which is awesome to see. We then beat Hibernian 2-0. Pretty comfortable win with a huge XG, even with the 5 back again. Then we won 2-0 in the Viaplay Cup. Then we lost to Hearts. And it was a frustrating game, but they deserved to win. I mean, like, they had a higher XG. Our shots were much more than theirs, but we were sloppy in defence, clearly. And they got the goal, and we didn't get a goal. And they won. Really annoying. But then we beat Dundee 2-0. Again, using that same formation. Then we beat Dundee United 3-0. And again, using the exact same formation. That one was way more comfortable. But then in this game, against Aberdeen, we started off with the 5 back, and then we started losing quite significantly. We were 3-1 down, and so we moved to the 4-3-3 once again with the central attacking midfielder, and we won the game. So I don't know what formation is the best formation to use. I think it actually could be a combination. with the 4-3-3 that we've been using last season, and the 5 at the back, that I don't know. I think maybe against better teams this is the right way to play it, and against worse teams maybe this. I'm really not sure. But as I said, we have that depth on the bench of Luis, who is a great youngster coming up through the ranks, looking incredible. We also have right wingers like Madueke who can do the job out there. Even Mokoku can play as a right winger. Suarez can play as a right winger, who has been terrible this season, despite the fact that he got a hat-trick in his last game. Excluding that, he's been horrific. Freeland, of course, is a left winger too. He's just turned 22, but I'm not worried about his current ability at all. We see his stats. We know how good he is. I just am disregarding star rating on that one. And actually, another man that's just turned 22, Greg Grant, still considered to have 4.5 star potential ability. That's Greg Grant for you. Gotta love him. He is a man. And he is the club captain now, actually. Coming in ahead of other players because he's Greg Grant and we love him. But I've rambled on for long enough. The start of the season, as I said, going well. That slip up is not ideal, but we are still comfortably ahead of Rangers and Celtic, who are starting the season horrifically. 7 points clear at this current moment in time, so it is a very good start to the year. But we need to simulate this game, and I want to go on a walk. So I need to get the simulation done very quickly. So let's jump into the game. This is the team that we're going to... No, it's not. I'm going to play Bruce. Cabrera is still starting in that left back spot. That is our starting lineup that we would normally use, by the way. McKenna, Costa, Kaiki, Colwell, Sildilia, then Cabrera, Gale, Farrell, Grant, Suarez, and Freeland. But I'm going to rotate it a little bit for this game. I'm going to bring Mokoku in that striker spot. Keep Grant there, keep Farrell there, keep Gale. No, actually, I'm going to bring Bautista into that ball-winning midfielder because I think that he might be overtaking Gale at some point because he is so good in that role. And again, being 5'10", I don't think he's quite a centre-back. It works well. It works well. Sildilia would maybe be coming off, but Willens is currently out with an injury. Did I call him Williams before? Apologies if I did. That's all I feel the need to do. Let's jump into it. Let's get into this game, and let's hope that we come away with a win in our first game in the Champions League group stage. Well, it's not the group stage, but the league stage. And I'm turning my fans off because they are absolutely pumping. But I would say that we're the better of the two sides out there. I think we're now I love the Champions League music. I think we're now the 29th best team in terms of the rankings that they give you. So I would predict we're above Bayer Leverkusen in that ranking. Being at home as well, you can look at the team and... Wirtz, I imagine, has turned into an outrageously good player. Anyone in the Champions League is going to be alright, but I don't know. I back us today, that's all I'm going to say. 70% position to start the game off has quickly gone down to 55%. I back us to win this game realistically. The rest of our matches, it's the Champions League again, are challenging, but as long as we get into that top 24 like we have been doing last couple of times we've been in the Champions League, I'm going to be happy. And the first highlight seems to be going their way, which is not making me happy, but it's Ibrahimovic, not the real one, I imagine. Probably a regen scoring. And that's bad from McKenna. I should actually be playing Thompson because Thompson eventually is going to become way better than McKenna, I think. His potential ability is 4-star. He just turned 22. Oh my goodness, people are turning 22 left, right and centre. And McKenna's is only 3. So you'd think that Thompson should be starting at some point soon. But again, that emotional attachment to McKenna. But, Bruce has been taken out of the starting lineup. McKinstry has just been sold. Bannon's been completely out of the lineup for ages. He's not even on the bench. He is registered for the Champions League, to be fair. But still, he's not really making appearances, is he? I don't know. Maybe that attachment has got to go at some point if we're going to progress. He's the only one considered in the starting lineup to even be 3-star current ability. Probably other players, but you know what I mean, 2.5 star. It's not good. It's not good. Maybe it is the position we need to strengthen, but there's them on the ball right now, so we need to strengthen in this game right now. And it is gotta tackle that, Bruce. Come on, mate. He doesn't even make the tackle. He should be pushing for starting lineup spots. Can't even make a simple tackle. That player's miles offside, so I'm not even worried about that being a goal because that is clearly going to be disallowed, and hopefully we can bounce. Sorry. I beg your pardon. Well, if that line ain't wonky, I don't know what's going on there. I think we'll only just be able to see the lines in like the corner of and they're not. There's a conspiracy here, boys and girls. I think that they intentionally didn't give us the lines there because they know that was offside. That looked offside in the corner of the screen. He looked very offside. Not chuffed about this, boys. 2-0 down. I was being confident at the start of the game. I mean, the stats are suggesting they probably shouldn't be winning as much as they are. But still, we haven't shown anything until now. But Greg Grant doing what Greg Grant does. He has missed 2 penalties this season. I thought I would mention that. Didn't need to mention it, but I will mention it. I put him on penalty duties. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I love him. He's Greg Grant. 2-1. Am I going to panic? I am going to panic. You've been terrible so far, and I'm going to change the formation. We're going to try out the 4-3-3 with the central attacking midfielder. I think it gives the opportunity for... let's get Moukoko on, actually, on the right wing. That makes sense. And then we'll bring Luis onto that left-hand side as the winger on support. Perfect, because that is his spot. He's a left winger with a left foot. Can't complain. I think this is going to go well in the second half. Positive mentality, similar tactic. We don't quite have the exact same tactical outlet. We are going way more attacking, direct. Than I want to be going. But I guess maybe that's sometimes good. But when we change to that formation, it is normally to go more attacking, more direct. So I like to have it sometimes, but probably not all the time. But anyway, we're on the ball right now. I should be focused on that. Colwell back into Costa, who has kept his spot in the starting lineup. Well, I guess on the pitch after Kaiki is brought off. I guess Kaiki was just unfortunate to be the man that was moved into right wing, and we're back into the game, boys and girls. 2-2. Greg Grant with the double. Greg Grant just doing what Greg Grant does because he is Greg Grant, club legend, a channel legend, an absolute angel in my eyes. I'm going to continue playing the save until Greg Grant retires because that's how much we love Greg Grant in the save. And he has scored once again to make it 2-2 against Bayer Leverkusen, putting us back up into the right spot. And now Sodilia to put a throw-in in. Can he find the opportunity to get us another goal? Moukoko on the outside of the box, puts it in the back of the net. And just like that, it's 3-2. We weren't winning at any point. I don't know what I was talking about by saying. I actually can't remember what I said. But if I said put us back in the lead, which I think I said, but I might not have said, I was incorrect. It's the first time we're in the lead. And I'll hold my hands up here, boys and girls. It may be because I changed the tactic to, an attacking one. The 4-3-3. And maybe because I panicked last season. I did. Because we've been trying to beat these teams for a long time. We're trying to beat Rangers. We've been trying to beat Celtic, and it never happens. And now, suddenly, this formation's working. I thought the formation was the issue. Like, on paper, I felt like our team's been better for seasons. But maybe it's just been a statistical anomaly. I don't know. But right now, we're in a good position. I mean, maybe that is to do with the 5 at the back. I really don't know, boys and girls. I don't know. I can't be clickbaiting the 5 at the back in this video, surely, because if I do, and then I'm not even using it for the full, there's no way I used it for the full season. I mean, you're gonna find out in 10 minutes. I'm gonna find out in maybe half a week. I'm just back at work. Just got back at work, so not quite as addicted to Footy Manager. I'm quite addicted to the save still, but not quite as much time to play Footy Manager as it was during school holidays. No, teacher, not at school still. Otherwise, that'd be no, that wouldn't be that weird. You can watch 19. No, stop talking, Raxo. Stop talking, Raxo. 10 minutes to go, and we have a corner. We hit it in, and I think I've just been proven. Even though they hit the woodwork there, and I completely ignored it and said something mildly dodgy instead. We are still beating them comfortably here. Sorry, dominating them comfortably. And it has been the change to this formation. I don't know. It's given me a lot to ponder about. It has certainly given me a lot to ponder about. And I mean, for you, as I said, it'll be an instant reaction to what is happening. For me, I've got to really take a seat and have a think about what I want to do in terms of tactics. I think rotating it might be the way. Playing against Celtic and Rangers with 5 at the back. He's miles offside. Yeah, there we go. And playing with 5 at the back for them might work, and then not, with 4 at the back for other teams. But we still slipped up against other teams. I don't know. with the 4 at the back. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't finish my sentence there because my brain goes a million miles per hour. Definitely something wrong with me. But hey, that is what it is. Is Moukoko onside? He is onside. And a 5-2 win. Can you argue with these results? This is definitely showing me we were losing 2-0 with the 3 at the back, 5 at the back, and now we're winning, what, 5-2 by 5 goals. We scored 5 goals in one half with a 4-3-3. It is giving me a sign. I'm not sure. I'm clearly undecided. That goal, see, that puts another level to it because maybe more defending, but we did concede 2 with the 5 at the back, so we can't actually argue that that's a better defensive tactic. I still don't know. If you score again now, that would be really frustrating. Good they haven't. I mean, 5-3 still looks like a dominant performance, but, 5-4 just looks like it was a tight affair that was full of goals and excitement and a really good game, but not quite as dominant on our side. Moukoko winning the match. I mean, that's what I want to see. I pay him a lot of money, and actually, his value has gone down since I signed him. Don't regret signing him, though, if I'm honest. He is a very good super sub, even though he doesn't start. Very good player. No, it's gone back up. 15 mil, around what we paid for him. Well, exactly what we paid for him, I guess. He is considered a leading player. No, he's a good signing. I'm backing him. But that is where we're going to end this part of the simulation. I was about to say episode, but no, that's it. I'll see you at the end of the January transfer window. Yeah, remember we simulate a full season in an episode. That's why it's like 50 minutes long. Well, we're looking good. And I feel good about it. Boys and girls, it is the 25th of February, so we have simulated a very long time. And we are first in the table, 5 points clear of Celtic, and could be 3 points clear of Rangers. They're right on our tail too. Greg Grant is the top goal scorer. Moukoko is the top assister alongside Freeland, but unfortunately we don't have anyone top average rating apart from Levi Colwill, who was a little bit further down in 5th place. But of course you want to know about the Champions League as well. I want to know about the Champions League, and we are into the next stage of the Champions League because we got through the league phase. I have no idea what happened to my voice there, but kind of like a gas kind of situation came up. Not the best showing. I mean, 11 points is okay. I think last season we may have gotten a couple more points than that. 11 points this year. Last year, 13 points. So yeah, we did. But I mean, still in the knockout phases, and I think we drew the best of the teams. It is Ajax that we're versing, and the first leg we drew 2-2 at home. Very annoying because we conceded quite late on, despite scoring quite late on to get the win. So 2 goals quite late on. Didn't quite get the job done. So now we're going with a different tactic for this next game. The league campaign, the 4-3-3 is dominating, but we did make some signings since last time we saw each other. You want to know about that, so let's go over them right now. In terms of sales in the January transfer window, we loaned out McQueen. We loaned out Carvajal, that young Chilean centre-back. Of course, McQueen is that young Scottish centre-back who doesn't look like he's going to turn into anything outrageous at this current moment in time. And Nadinic has also gone out on loan. I'm getting a phone call, so give me like 5 seconds, but it would be like 2 seconds for you. Sorry, it was a lawyer. I'm potentially buying a house very soon, so exciting stuff. But exciting stuff going on here as well. So, first of all, this man I've been looking at for a long time by the name of Muhammad Subasai. I'm not sure how to say that but I'm going to just go call him Muhammad because it makes it easier. Muhammad, sorry. And there's £19 million worth of value. He's already gone 3 assists, 1 player of the match performance, 7.10 rating. He's played a lot of games so far. Champions League okay, Scottish Cup okay. Really good stats across the board though. Like, he's not outrageous, but I just like him. I think it's a really good pickup. The stats are worthwhile for £19 million. It's not going to increase. You take it. Welcome to the club, the 21-year-old who can play cam, left wing, striker. Yeah, no complaints from me. This one is a gem of a signing, but he has gone down in potential. I can't see him continuing to go down. He was 5-star the entire time apart from now, but his name's Maul. So, Darth is coming to the club. He has got very good stats again. Sort of just like across the board decent where you need. He's a striker. I'm trying to train him as a left winger because he would be a perfect inside forward too. But I do like him as a striker with that 6'1" ability. Good finishing, good first touch, good dribbling. Yeah, not bad. £7.5 million as a steal. and a 19-year-old you can't complain about. Next up, £1 million for this young Colombian man who's already gone up massively in value. So I think that this is a bargain. We'll sell him for a profit in the future. Or if he turns into a world-class player, we'll play him. Don't think he's going to turn into a world-class player, if I'm being honest, though. And our last one, £13.5 million on a Brazilian wonder kid at the age of 21, who apparently is 4-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. I find it hard to believe, because if I compare him with Farrell, who is currently our deep line playmaker on support role, who I think is way better in terms of stats than this man, we can see that it's not much in it. Like, I mean, yes, he's got heading, he's got long shots, he's got long throws, crossing corners, dribbling. But I don't know, the passing is huge, you know, the technique. He's got some better mentals, but so does Farrell. I just don't know. I don't think he's all right, but I don't think he's that outrageous, but I think he's okay. He was definitely worth bringing in, and I think he'll go up in value. Be a good rotation player. I have told him important player, but, you know, yeah, always do that. But anyway, good signings. I'm happy with them. I think that our team is rounded out quite well now. Lots of players out on loan to get better experience, and hopefully they come back and we can sell them for a profit. But this is the tactic that we're going with for our second game against Ajax, and it is going back to the 5 at the back for the first time in a very long time. And I do have some thinking behind it, okay? So, it's McKenna, Kaiki, Bautista, Colwell, Sildilia, Bruce, Goal, Grant, Mohamed, Suarez, and Mull. I would like to be saying Makuku, but he's a bit tired. Oh my gosh, this left winger, he has turned into a great player. 4 goals, 4 assists. He's starting quite a lot of games at the moment. He definitely has the ability to be a world-class player. Really like Carvajal. Carvajal, sorry, I should say. I think that's probably how it's said. Farrell, I would like to be playing too, but the thinking is, by playing with this way, with Grant down as a central midfielder, Mohamed can move out to the left wing spot. Grant can move into that cam spot. Suarez can move into that. Sorry, Mole can move into the right wing spot, and Suarez can stay up top if we want to go 4 at the back. And Bautista, of course, comes into that CDM spot. He has been playing a lot more games and looking very good at the moment. Still not as good as my man Gould, but he whinged, so I gave him a stint in the side for a wee while. So Bautista, he's okay. Now, there's no one else that I'm really feeling like we're lacking from the team. Cabrera, again, is a wee bit tired. I do rate him a lot higher than Bruce, but Bruce is still our, you know, it's vice-captain. Grant is our captain, so I don't mind having Bruce on the bench when we need to have Bruce on the bench. But we're jumping into it, going for a positive mentality away from home against Ajax. I do feel like we could have won that last one, but as you can see from the stats, like, we weren't exactly dominant in terms of the numbers. It was just, I don't know, we just conceded late, so it felt like we potentially should have won, but maybe we didn't really deserve to win at all. Can we hear the Champions League music? There we go, boys and girls. I'm turning up my volume. You can't see that on your screen because I only record the gameplay actually situating, but I don't know, you could have heard maybe the slightest twang of the Champions League music at the end there. And this is starting off well with 3 shots and an XG of 0.43. You'd expect us to see a highlight with that kind of situation coming in, but that's offside. That's offside. I'm calling it right now. That's offside. It's a well-worked move, but it's also incredibly questionable for us. Why did we give them that much space? I mean, it is disallowed for offside, but was there anyone on there? There was no one there. It was inches. He was inches. Maybe something to rethink for the future. Free kick opportunities for them, boys and girls. 20 minutes gone, and it's them on the ball again. Maybe I'm getting excited about this 5 at the back formation. As I said, the 4-3-3 with the central attacking midfielder in the form of Grant has been what we've been playing. But this is what we're trying for this game because, as I said, the last game with the 4-3-3 didn't go insanely well. And we did say that we'd use it against better sides. Suarez scores, and it seems to be working right now. I was just saying I wasn't sure about it because the 2 highlights were coming their way. But Suarez pops up and he puts the ball into the back of the net. This is a man that has been horrific this year. I don't know if I've told you that. Have I told you that? I can't have told you that because I don't think I've updated you since the start of the year. Horrific. Absolutely terrible. 5 goals in the league, 1 assist from 15 starts. He's been shocking. I just don't understand it. He's been so bad. I keep giving him chances, chance after chance after chance. And we've got Freeman, we've got Makoku, we've got Mole, we've even got that Colombian, we've got Grant, we've got Mohamed, all of those players that could play in the striker position, and I keep going with Suarez because I like his stats and I like that he's scored goals in the past. But oh my goodness, my patience has run out with him and he is not starting recently. But if he can score in the Champions League, maybe he's going to have an opportunity to get some more game time. I actually have put him as a complete forward that shoots more often. So I'm hoping that makes a difference. And it might be making a difference here as it almost trickles into the back of the net as an own goal there. I think he might have been offside anyway, actually, so didn't really create that much of a highlight anyway. But the XG and the position and the shots seem to be going our way. Position wasn't going our way. I don't know why I added that into it. But, we're doing good at this current moment in time. If we win the ball back here, could see another highlight. I'm going to be honest. I think it's going to be their opportunity as they cross it in. So Dillia does clear it out. But Bergwijn immediately picks it back up. He's got to be getting on now, surely. I feel like in real life he's about 23 to 25 sort of range. So he's got to be old in this save, but Suarez is not old in this save. And boys and girls, I think he needs to get a stint back in the team. 2-0, all because of him. And that is a great finish. Maybe complete forward with the shoot more often is the way to go for him. Advanced playmaker hasn't been advanced forward hasn't been working. Complete forward, just normal, hasn't been working. But when he shoots more often, well, I guess it stands to reason he scores more often. Pleased with the performance so far, because right now we're going through to that next round. By the way, I just thought I'd simulate this long, because I thought that this would be way more interesting for you to see than just a random league game at the end of the January transfer window. So, this I feel like is more entertaining. Because, we haven't won the league yet, so I don't know why I'm saying that. But we know we'll beat every team apart from Rangers and Celtic, basically. Well, you'd hope so, even though we haven't all season. 3-0. We're going through to the next round of the Champions League. But, I still feel like the Champions League is the exciting thing. That is the goal of this series, to win the Champions League. So, I feel like Champions Leagues are what you want to see. Even though, again, this is the season that we're looking like we're probably going to win the league for the first time. Yeah, I don't know. You can whinge in the comment section below if you want, but Lord knows I'm getting 20 views at this current moment in time on these videos. So, no one's really going to be whinging. I appreciate you if you are watching, though. Seriously, I don't do... I feel like it's very obvious. I'm not doing YouTube to try and grow anymore. I just do it because I enjoy Football Manager and I enjoy sharing it. And I appreciate those of you that actually watch every single video and let me know down in the comment section below what you're thinking. That's why I do it now, to see you guys saying that you're enjoying the videos, or just give me advice, tell me what's going on in your states. I'm rambling on as we're currently in a very important game in the Champions League, but it seems to be going okay at this moment in time. 5 at the back, maybe might be the Champions League tactic. I'm going to bring off Mohamed as well, bring on Lowry, who has actually ended up being quite a good signing. Scored 2 goals, 1 assist in the Champions League. He's doing okay when we bring him on, is the thing. He's not outrageous. We're going to sell him for some money next season. But, I don't know, rotation option? I can't complain. Madueke has also been quite a good player. He's been starting quite a number of games recently. Not my first player that I want to be starting. In fact, whenever I start him, I kind of wish I could find a way to get Mokoku onto the pitch instead. But it's normally for the balancer squad, because Freeman will be that left wing on inverted inside forward, then Suarez or Moore will be the striker. And I don't want to have a really attacking right winger, so he kind of balances out. But, in a perfect world, I could play Carvajal, on the left wing, Freeman up top, Mokoku on the right. Actually, why don't I do that? I should be doing that more often, but I don't do it that often. I do it sometimes, I don't do it that often, though. Maybe that is the best team. But Suarez, I'm saying, he scored 2 goals in this game, could get a hat-trick here, and as long as we don't have any slip-ups in the last couple of minutes, I think we're going through to the next round of the Champions League. And you'll probably be finding out who we're versing right at the end of the season and find out that we lost against them. But let's enjoy this moment while it's going on. And Lowry, super sub, puts it into the back of the net to make it 4-1 and just make me feel like I should definitely be using the 5 at the back formation in the Champions League, especially when we know we might be versing some better teams. Defensive solidity is our friend at this current moment in time. Scoring goals has been our issue. There has been some serious blips recently. I'll show you that right now, because otherwise I'll forget. I'll show you that right now. We're dominating games, but then we just don't score that many goals. Like here, 3.49 XG, and we concede in the 92nd minute. Like, we should be scoring more goals than that. This game against Hearts, 0-0, and AXG is 2.32. I feel like even this really recent close game between Aberdeen, we had an XG. Oh no, that was a bad example. Bad example. Rangers, is this a good example? 4-0, and then AXG was similar. I mean, this is normally we do actually not concede that many goals, and we just kind of, I don't know, don't score them. But you know, like today, we're putting them in the back of the net. If we could do that every single day, that would be nice. Maybe 5 at the back of the way. I don't know. The tactical situation is the question on my mind all season long. At least we're winning games. We're top of the league. We're in the next round of the Champions League. Whatever I'm doing right now is kind of working, but we need to make sure that we're not doing anything to ruin it. We got 8 mil for going into the next stage of the Champions League. I forget how much money that is, how much that gives you, and we are £22 million in the red right now. How are we 20? Because I spent all the transfer money, that's right. I spent transfer. And we didn't actually really have the facilities to spend that much transfer money, because we currently have a lot of debt. Forgot about that. Probably shouldn't have spent that much transfer money. Oh well, hopefully next season we don't fail financial fair play. And I guess now we need to definitely get into the next stage of the Champions League so that we don't fail financial fair play. Nice, Rex. So we'll see you at the end of the season unless something insane happens. Fingers crossed we win the league, and fingers crossed we don't fail financial fair play. Aberdeen just lost to Rangers. And I didn't expect that to happen, so that's why I didn't record me simulating it. But no, sorry, they beat Rangers. And that means we won the league. Mathematically, impossible. Inbox, confirm it. Queen's Park do the double. What was the other thing we won? Viaplay Cup. Did we win that? I haven't told you that. Did we win that? I have no idea. Absolutely not a clue. We did. We beat Rangers in it. Oh, and Nadinich scored in the 93rd minute. That was actually quite cool. Yeah. Okay, no, we did that. But we didn't go further in the Champions League. I guess we'll do a recap now. We didn't beat AC Milan in the quarterfinals, but of course, we did manage to beat Ajax in the round of 16, which I was happy with. AC Milan are now in the final, which makes me feel better. But a 1-1 draw in the first game gave us some hope. But then they were definitely better than us at home. 3-0 win. In the last couple of minutes, you can see we went for it, and it meant that they scored a lot of goals. Scottish Cup, we got knocked out, but since we've gone into the Champions Group, we've just been dominating, and we have officially won the league. And we will be coming back sometime very soon to talk about the season review. Obviously, the board's delighted, the supporters are delighted, and we are finally the champions of Scotland. We have been the best team in Scotland, in my opinion, for a long, long time. That you can see for the first time in years, so past winners, it's been Celtic and Rangers knocked off their throne. The last time that happened was in 1985, and we've finally done it in 2031. Wow. Finally. Got there. Champions League is a goal now for the future. We already have our budget. Not ideal, but it is what it is. And season review coming very soon. Finally, we've won the Premiership. I mean, I know that was already confirmed in the last episode, the last recording I did, but, you know, I'm happy about it regardless. Let's go over the signings that we've made this year. A youngster from PSG, I don't know if he's played, so, you know, it is what it is. Carbajal, sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing names, aren't I? He's been good. He's played a lot of games for us. 10 goals, 12 appearances, very good. This January signing, I think, was a bargain as well. Very happy with Muhammad. Williams has basically taken Sildilia's spot. And you guys know Sildilia is one of my favourite players, so surprising about that. Lowry's been a good player to have as a rotation option. Madueke has started a lot of games, but also come off the bench a lot. Been a very good free signing as well. Mull ended up being the top signing of the season, which I disagree with, but he is definitely a great player for the future as potential has gone up again, so we like to see that. This Brazilian man, I mean, he's alright, he's been okay, but again, he's got potential for the future. Fingers crossed he's going to get better and better. Hernandez has been an okay centre-back. Maybe I paid a bit much for him, but he's gone up in value anyway, so we could always sell him for a profit at the end of the season. I'm sure he's wanted for transfer, not for loan, but, you know, anyway, I can't show you that. This central midfielder from PSG, done a decent job, come off the bench a couple of times. Again, probably overpaid for him. but is what it is. And last but not least, £1.3 million for this, man. I mean, you can't complain with a £1.3 million signing. Finally, we've won the Cinch Premiership with only losing, what, 3 games? That's pretty good. You can't complain about that. One of them against Celtic, one of them against Rangers, which was a huge blowout, and one of them near the start of the season against Hearts, which was very annoying. Oh, of course, Champions League as well. For the second time, we've gotten into the quarterfinals, which is awesome to see us progressing. Scottish Cup almost won, but Viaplay Cup we did end up winning. These are the best stuff of the season. We're getting money, and prize money's gone up. What else has gone up? Commercial, yeah, nothing really too special. Matchday income going down though. But Grant, Farrell, Lowry, Makoku, and Iranian central midfielder has also gotten the most shirt sales. That's very surprising. But this is the team that they reckon we lined up with the most this year. Suarez, Carvajal, Grant, Makoku, Farrell, Gould, Cabrera, Kaiki, then Colwell and Sildilia, with McKenna in between the sticks. I think Freeman can feel a bit hard done by not to be in that team, but we do end up having Carvajal as the best player of the season. Not the signing of the season, because that obviously makes sense. That is so surprising. I like to see it. Okay, that's good to know. Greg Grant, he's my player of the season. Top goal scorer, most assists goes to Makoku, which is very surprising as well. And most clean sheets in a season going to McKenna. McKenna, a club legend, and he's going to continue to be our first choice goalkeeper. I don't know, actually, if he is. I'll say that, and I'm not certain if he's going to be sticking around. Well, he's going to be sticking around in the team, but I don't know if he's going to be our first choice keeper for long. If I'm honest with you, if a good goalkeeper comes up, I will look to sign them. I hope that the season awards are out. Doesn't look like they are currently. Maybe we have to wait a couple more days for that. Sorry, I'm just working it out while recording, which is very annoying for you guys. 25th of May. Oh, so like in a couple of minutes. We'll get in a couple of minutes. Let's just sit here, chat. How you doing? I've got a pie right next to me. I'm waiting for it to cool down. And just like that, with the pie comment done, we've got the season award. So I'm the manager's player of the year. The writer's manager of the year. Player of the year. I'm not a player. Manager of the year. Player's manager of the year as well. So I'm manager of the year, basically, is what we're hearing. Are we seeing anything else coming through for us? Or have we just got some early cash injections? Nice, £17 million. Well, that helps us out. I don't even think that's a loan either. Our finances are just okay now. We look at debts. It's still that £46 million debt, which is the Grant debt, if I'm being honest with you. Can't complain about that. That can't be all of the awards that we've gotten for this season. Surely people are in the... Yeah, this is Scottish stuff. Okay. Give it a minute, Rex. I'll give it a minute. You know what? I don't feel like you need to know any more comments about my part. I'll come back when it's done. There we go. Our record points, by the way, as well, which is taking over the 25-26 season, which is a long time ago and shows how little progress we've made realistically. Well, at least to help them secure promotion. Gets in. Didn't play that many games. He was off the bench a lot, but not quite the important first-team player I was hoping he'd be. But Grant is the top goal scorer. Love that for Greg Grant. We all love Greg Grant. He's the young player of the year, Carvajal. That's good. Cool, you like that? He's also the other young player of the year. I'm the manager of the year. Anyone win player of the year? I don't think we got player of the year. We got Makoku, Freeland, Farrell, Colwell, Cabrera, and McKenna in the team of the year. No Greg Grant, which is outrageous. But then the player of the year looks like it's going to Daniel James. Makoku being closer than Greg Grant. Mate. I reckon Greg Grant's been absolutely robbed there, but, you know, I have a soft spot for Greg Grant. But Makoku, clearly playing very well this season too. He's a top assister. Alright, we can live with that. Well, next season, the club want us to win the league again, and they want us to be competitive in the Champions League. So I want to start pushing for this Champions League at some point very soon. So transfers need to be going out before we make some signings to improve the team. We're definitely just continuing to buy those youngsters coming through the ranks, hoping that they become very good players. In fact, we have one coming in already. So fingers crossed he has the potential to be something special. But for now, that is where we're ending this episode. As I'm looking at this youngster and I'm thinking, oh, if we sign him on a free, how much are we going to have to pay him? Well, I'm finishing this off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new around here. Like this video if you have enjoyed it. And I will see you all. Will you do that? I will see you all No, okay. He's going to be... I will see you all later.